Top 10 fastest fighter aircrafts in the world. Aside from a brief dalliance with rocket-powered prototypes and a brief spell of SSTs, man's desire to go fast is no more evident in the world of fast jets. The world's air forces getting all the best toys to play with. So in this video, we will discuss about the top 10 fastest fighter aircrafts in the world. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Number 10. Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor, 1,500 miles per hour. The F-22 is a favorite of many aerospace enthusiasts, and for good reason. The development of the F-22 brought about many technological advancements in terms of stealth, aerodynamic performance, and avionics systems. The F-22 was primarily designed to be an air superiority fighter, but being the versatile aircraft it is, can also be used for ground attack, electronic warfare, and intelligence-gathering capabilities. Many people would consider the F-22 as the flagship fighter jet of the United States Air Force. The USAF had originally intended to buy a total of 750 units. However, that plan was revised in 2009 due to a number of reasons, most importantly due to lagging developments of Russian and Chinese counterparts. Another reason for the halted production was the focus on the newly developed F-35 and the ban on exports of this aircraft. Number 9. Convair F-106, 1,526 miles per hour. The F-106 is among the rare breed of first-generation fighter jets. Despite its legendary status, the F-106 would be the last fighter jet to prioritize speed over visibility in air-to-air combat. In fact, this is what led to the development of the F-4 Phantom. The Phantom has better radar technology and could carry more weapons. However, when it came to raw speed and maneuverability, the F-106 was superior. Nonetheless, this superjet only tasted service briefly and never saw combat officially. It was mostly used to test the limits for what a fighter bomber in the 50s was truly capable of. Number 8. Grumman F-14 Tomcat, 1,544 miles per hour. The Grumman F-14 was developed building on knowledge gained during the Vietnam War, where American fighters combated against MiG fighters. The F-14 first entered service in 1974 with the U.S. Navy, replacing the F-4 Phantom. The F-14 proved to be a versatile fighter jet and served in multiple roles, first and foremost as air superiority fighter and interceptor. The aircraft served the U.S. Navy for 32 years, from 1974 to 2006, and that alone is a testament to the success of this craft. The model is still in service with other countries' air forces, notably the Iranian Air Force. In 2015, Iranian F-14s were reportedly flying escort for Russian bombers on airstrikes in Syria. Iran is the last nation to keep F-14s in service, having updated them with their own domestic avionics that would keep them in service until 2030. Number 7. Eurofighter Typhoon, 1,544 miles per hour. The Eurofighter Typhoon is a multi-role jet fighter developed in a multinational collaboration of the UK, Germany, Spain, and Italy. The Typhoon made its first flight on March 27, 1994. The Typhoon entered service in 2003 and is now in service by many nations across the world, particularly European and Gulf countries. There's a total of around 600 units built. The Typhoon was designed to be an incredibly effective fighter in air-to-air combat missions. The Typhoon takes care of aerial reconnaissance, ground strike missions, and other air defense duties. Number 6. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker, 1,600 miles per hour. The Su-27 is a Russian fighter jet designed by Sukhoi. It was designed to counter the American-made F-14 Tomcat and F-15 Eagle. It is intended for air superiority missions and proved to be a versatile fighter jet. The Su-27 entered service in the former Soviet Union Air Force in 1985. The main purpose was to defend the borders of the Soviet Union against American B-52 and B-1B bombers, as well as escorting Soviet Air Force bombers. The Su-30, Su-33, Su-34, and Su-35 are all derivatives of the Su-27 design. The Chinese Shenyang J-11 is a license-built version of the Su-27. The craft was produced from 1982 to this day and is in service primarily with the Russian Air Force, Chinese PLA Army Air Force, Uzbekistan Air and Defense Force, among others. Number 5. McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle, 1,650 miles per hour. The F-15 was produced starting in 1972 and is still produced today. The F-15 Eagle is one of the most successful fighter jets ever built. It has over 100 victories and no losses to its name, mostly accomplished by the Israeli Air Force. The F-15 is developed and made in America, but has been exported to Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Japan. The F-15 was originally designed purely as an air superiority fighter, but the design proved versatile enough to be developed into a strike fighter in the form of the F-15 Strike Eagle. The F-15 Eagle surely deserves a place on the list of fastest fighter jets in the world, as it has a recorded top speed of 1,650 miles per hour at altitude. Number 4. General Dynamics F-111 Aardvark, 1,650 miles per hour. Aardvark means earth pig in Afrikaans, and that's what the aircraft is often called in the US military. The F-111 is definitely no pig when it comes to performance though, and is able to reach max speeds of 1,650 miles per hour. One of the most characteristic features of the F-111 Aardvark is the variable sweep wings. The F-111 was introduced in 1967 and remained in active service until 1998 in the US Air Force. The Aardvark was operated mainly by the US Air Force and the Royal Australian Air Force. The latter finally retired the aircraft in 2010. Number 3. Chengdu J-10, 1,687 miles per hour. The Chengdu J-10 is a Chinese multi-role fighter jet that NATO fondly refers to as the Firebird. The Firebird is China's fastest combat aircraft and thus is a prominent figure in the People's Liberation Army Air Force. It is designed and manufactured by the Chengdu Aircraft Corporation, or CAC. The People's Liberation Army Air Force introduced the J-10 into service in 2003 after its initial test flight in 1998. In the beginning, the CAC meant for the J-10 to be a specialized fighter. Number 2. Mikoyan MiG-25 Foxbat, 1,900 miles per hour. As NATO's F-4 Phantom II is flexing its wings as the most dangerous aerial combatant in the world, the Soviet Union was in the lab cooking up a worthy adversary for the Phantom, the MiG-25 Foxbat. As you can imagine, the Foxbat was designed for extreme speed and super maneuverability. When the MiG-25 hit the skies in 1964, you could have picked NATO's jaws off the floor. The F-4 was undoubtedly the king of the heavens at that time, but it had met its match. The MiG-25 is a true engineering marvel considering its exemplary performance coupled with affordability. Number 1. Mikoyan MiG-31 Foxhound, 1,900 miles per hour. The MiG-31 had everyone in utter shock back in 1977 when it reached an all-new altitude record of 123,530 feet. It also simultaneously set a new record for the most height reached in the least time at 115,000 feet in just 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Such stellar records led the Soviet Union to adopt the Mikoyan MiG-31 as its premier jet fighter at the time. Additionally, it was also the first among the generation of jets that were able to use radar to detect and intercept stealth fighters. Consequently, the development of the MiG-31 marked the first strike in the new wave of air superiority contests between NATO and the Soviet Union. This aircraft could get to altitude in record time, stay in the air for lengthy periods, lock onto both conventional and stealth crafts, and unleash long-range radar-guided missiles. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.